Hello everyone, and welcome to my young and restless official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. At the club, Claire is in bed with Kyle. She discovers that her alarm was turned off when they awaken. He explains that she turned it off when it buzzed. He is confident that the boss will understand her concerns about being late. They make out. She jumps up and begins getting dressed. He offers her space in his closet and advises her to leave items there going forward. She smiles at that. She likes that they take their relationship seriously enough to part with clothing. He tries to get her to call in ill because he wants to show her how important she is every single day. She chuckles. After continuing to propose this notion, he orders a large breakfast from room service. They continue to make out after hitting each other with pillows. She goes for a muffin when the food is gone, but he tells her that she can't have one until they call in sick. At society, Jack is pleased to see Nikki and invites her to breakfast. She questions whether he is merely expressing his excitement because they are friends when he tells her how happy he is for her reimagining Chancellor. He tells her how helpful he has been while they sit. She believes that Billy's involvement may make that more difficult. When Jack refuses to rail at the mustache for separating the business from his brother, she is shocked. She is surprised by this. She finds it shocking that he acknowledges that he approves of Victor's actions but not his methodology. After being compelled to reconsider, his sibling appears to have found himself in a more favorable position. If he hadn't had the rug ripped out from under him, that probably wouldn't have occurred. Nikki never imagined that he would acknowledge his gratitude to Victor. Although he finds it difficult to acknowledge, everyone appears to be doing better now. All Jack wants is for Victor to stop bothering Kyle and Claire. Then there would be peace for everyone. She fears her husband will push Claire away and despises his stubbornness. Jack is certain that Victor will stop at nothing to defeat him, even if it means causing collateral harm to Kyle and Claire. She agrees to support real love when he begs her to act as their advocate. However, she will be the target of Victor's anger if everything falls apart. He is confident she can manage that. Both of them receive texts informing them that Claire and Kyle will not be arriving today. They consent to overlook the fact that this is a falsehood. She is relieved that they agree and that he is not upset with Chancellor. When their supervisors all text back no worries simultaneously, Claire fears they have been caught off guard back in Kyle's room. He gives her a berry to eat. This morning is ideal, in her opinion. She has never played hooky before. It can't be regular, though. They get back into bed. At the GCAC, Nick, Summer, and Phyllis are enjoying coffee. They can't wait to hear what she and Sharon discussed. She spins it in a good light by claiming that they are getting over their anger. Not quite as pals. They're not giving it a label. Nick is pleased with her. Phyllis declares that she will no longer let her hatred to control her life. She was just hurting people as a result. Nick respects her for overcoming her resentment of Sharon. Phyllis wasn't prepared to see the truth about herself, but she was accustomed to all the anger and suffering. Her daughter urges her not to feel bad about herself and adds that she is doing a great job dealing with all of this. Nick agrees and acknowledges that he has contributed to all of this. Phyllis claims that in order to reach this stage, she had to almost die twice. Don't give me too much credit, she says. She continues to make small steps. They are all in favor of her obtaining peace, he claims. Until their captor receives what they are due, Phyllis will never be at rest. She acknowledges that she is thankful to Sharon for saving her life. That forced her to acknowledge Sharon's potential as a decent person. She wasn't acting rationally when she set Daniel up, I must say. Like the rest of us, she was a victim, she says. She is unsure of how to let go of their anger, but they must. She simply can't get rid of the fear and is always experiencing nightmares. She's doing everything correctly, according to Nick, and it will just take time. Until she finds out who did this, Phyllis cannot assume charge. Traci is shocked to see Sharon at Crimson Lights so soon after her experience. Traci questions what sort of monster would have harmed her in that way. It must have been frightful. Sharon believes that discussing it is probably therapeutic. The abbot is open to hearing. Sharon is thrilled about that. Traci remarks that Alan would have a field day with the way everything was organized as they take a table. According to Sharon, the mind games they were made to play appeared to have been professionally designed. They could only recognize them by a garbled voice on the intercom. They don't know who it was. She describes the games they had to play and how they had to use riddles to save each other's lives. Traci is horrified. According to Sharon, it wasn't for amusement. They were used as test subjects in a psychological experiment that appeared to be intended to help Phyllis and Sharon resolve their differences. When Traci hears that their abductor seemed to know them, she gasps. Sharon inquires about her engagement ring after noticing that this is distressing her. She believes Alan to be a wonderful man. Traci claims that when something so strange and terrifying is taking place, it's difficult to be joyful. Sharon is making an effort to see the bright side. She might be at last mending her friendship with Phyllis. Traci trembles as she tells her about the gas leak and the numerous times she almost died. Traci remembers the alerts Alan received on his phone regarding a gas ejection ceasing. She expresses gratitude to Sharon for talking to her about this, and Sharon then recommends that she and Phyllis should discuss what transpired with Alan. He might help them understand their captor's thoughts. He's in Paris, but Traci says he'll find time when he returns. He assisted in Jordan and Ian's capture, Sharon tells her. She responds with a gleam in her eyes, Alan might be my lucky charm. At the GCAC, Sharon meets up with Phyllis, Nick, and Summer to discuss their next course of action. Phyllis discusses her amygdala and assures them that she and Sharon have a fresh start. Until they find out who did this to them, Sharon isn't prepared to start over. Nick was concerned that the coffee shop would be destroyed if they were left alone together. They chuckle about that. According to Sharon, talking to Traci about her experience was incredibly therapeutic. Nick believes it's an excellent idea when she suggests to Phyllis that they speak with Alan. Wouldn't it be wonderful if Alan Laurent had the secret that would end this ordeal? What? Asks Sharon. Traci phones Alan back on the Crimson Lights patio to let him know she has an issue and won't be able to come over right now. When she ends the call, she tells herself, this just cannot be. Jack stomps in as she becomes agitated. His sister is crying and begs him to reassure her that she hasn't made the worst decision of her life. He updates and spoilers for Young and the Restless. There are 3 possible explanations for Jordan's continued existence. Let's investigate where and how Jordan might reappear in the future. Like a cat, 9 lives. First of all, Jordan may still have some life remaining because of her extraordinary survival skills. Despite the fact that she drank drug-laced tea and apparently overdosed, it is very possible that her departure might be undone. Jordan might have recovered without the Newmans knowing that he still had a weak pulse. There are rumors that she was taken to the morgue, but what if she was helped to stage her own demise? Jordan might be planning her next act of retaliation behind the scenes if that is the case. Ian Ward survived in secret. It's crucial to take into account the possibility that Ian and Jordan are still alive in light of the disclosure that Jordan's accomplice has covertly survived. It is evident that the show is leaving the door open for Ian Ward's eventual comeback because he was alive in the ambulance. Even though the Newmans believe Ian has been cremated, there's a good chance he might make an unexpected reappearance in the future. Jordan could have done the same and could be getting ready to return to the site if Ian was able to avoid his purported death. It is quite possible that the EMTs and the morgue staff were loyal to Ian and part of his cult. The unwelcoming ghost. If YNR decides against bringing Jordan back in person, there is undoubtedly another way for her to return, either as a spirit or perhaps as hallucinations that Claire Newman experiences. Jordan may continue to torment Claire either in her dreams or in disturbing images. Jordan might arrive at the perfect time if Claire's darker side reappears in a new plot, even if it's only as a ghost or in a nightmare. In any case, Jordan was a fun character, and it would be a letdown not to see her again. Jordan might question Claire about her background, implying that they are more alike than she realizes. There's still a potential that the program will bring her back. We'll let you know if there are any developments. Will Claire's Jordan past come back to haunt her?